businesses that compete against each other on a day-to-day basis have realized that it's time to stand together and to stand with the Tea Party, as Bob Johnson with the securities firms have just told you. But the Rhode Island hair salons have also realized that their business is going to take quite a hit, and they were one of the first businesses to organize and come out and say, hey, wait a minute, you can't do this. This will devastate our industry. Richard Bump. Where is Richard? All right, Richard Bump, our next speaker, representing Rhode Island Salons against taxing services. And excellent, unbelievable. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Lynn Jennings, she's the one that said, you know what, I'm getting a Facebook page started, and I'm getting people, we're not standing for this. That's what we need.
Today. You know, when I started this, I never expected it to get as big as it did. We are making a difference here. We are seeing this through to the end. We are not going to let these kind of taxes destroy our businesses here in Rhode Island. So Richard Bump, he's got something that he would like to say.
Thank you, Lynn. If this week was a prize fight and I was keeping score, I'd say the winner of round one was the taxpayers, the small business community, and everyday citizens of Rhode Island. On Wednesday, we delivered a knockout punch to Governor Chafee's aggressive sales tax proposal. But the fight is not over by a long shot. We need the courage and the resolve and the stamina to last 15 rounds. After all, there's still a $300 million budget deficit that must be resolved. And who knows what tricks Governor Chafee and the General Assembly still have up their sleeve. We must make sure that this budget is not balanced by taxing our small businesses and citizens to death. But let's go back to last month for a minute. On March 8th, Governor Chafee gave his budget address. He did not deal with the systemic deficit, no mention of pension reform, no mention of regionalization, no immigration reform, no layoffs, no hiring freeze, no cuts to health and human services, no leadership, no courage. Instead, he proposed to broaden the sales tax to include items and services that have never been taxed. Like me, you were probably shocked when he announced a regressive 6% tax on the small business sector that he never mentioned once during his campaign. He did mention his barber Ernie would have to get by on less tips. Little did he know he was about to awaken a sleeping giant. The next day, the little lady that roared, Lynn Jennings, a self-employed nail technician in Cranston, started a Facebook page as a means to express our outrage at the governor's proposal to tax hair and salon and spa services 6%. And she called WPRO. And a few people, myself included, joined her on Facebook. And much like what happened in Tunisia, when Facebook helped depose a dictator, a grassroots revolution was born. We became known as the Rhode Island Salons United Against Taxing Services. We were the first small business sector out of the gate to oppose Governor Chafee's tax and spend budget, and our numbers grew as we used talk radio to spread our message. I'd personally like to thank Tara Granahan, Helen Glover, John DePietro, Dan York, Buddy Cianci, and Matt Allen for supporting our efforts. At our first meeting, we had maybe 20 people. 2 weeks later, we had 125 people. We started an online petition and garnered over 1,000 signatures. Folks like Representative Doreen Costa and Colleen Conley and Gio Polisi and Brian Chippendale championed our cause. And yes, somebody shouted something out. Senator Mora, thank you. We distribute petitions in our business. Salons are like usually the last place politics, religion are discussed, but we started talking politics. We educated ourselves, we educated our clients. For many of us, it was the first step into the political arena. We called and emailed our representatives. We were in the newspaper, on the radio, on every local TV station. We help put a face on the everyday struggles that taxpayers and small businesses face in Rhode Island, according to Forbes, the 49th worst state for doing business. We were everywhere, and like our founder Lynn Jennings, we just wouldn't shut up. And other small businesses that would be affected by this unprecedented tax increase heard our call to arms and followed suit. The staffing companies, the auto repair firms, the beverage bottlers, the florists, the opticians, the private security companies, the photographers, finally, last but not least, the chambers of commerce. And 2 days ago, we all turned out in record numbers to testify before the House Finance Committee. Over 4 hours went by before a single person spoke in support of the Chapey tax increase. And within hours, Speaker Fox announced that the governor's tax proposal was dead on arrival. Because of us. Because of all of you. Because of a grassroots movement. Think about what we accomplished in just over 1 month. We didn't have paid lobbyists. We didn't spend money on expensive radio and TV ads to make our point. This started as a Facebook revolution. It started because one woman was as mad as hell and wasn't going to take it anymore. The power of one became an unstoppable force. So today, I want to applaud our efforts and celebrate that we won the first round, but we can't declare victory. The fight is far from over. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Now is not the time to become complacent. Now is not the time to trust everything that Majority Leader Fox and Senate Leader Pipeweed says. We will judge them by their actions. We must remain vocal and active and vigilant, and we must remain united. We must show the tax-spent politicians that we aren't going away. And that we will remember who stood up for us. But more importantly, come Election Day 2012, we will remember who voted against us. My name is Richard Bump. I represent the Rhode Island Salons United Against Tax and Services. Thank you. Keep up the good fight.
No.